Welcome to the second of our interviews for the MasterClass Global Actors for Peace. I'm really honored to have today Simona Granata-Menghini, that is the Deputy Secretary of the Venice Commission. And the first question is actually regarding this incredible body that has such an incredible story regarding democratic transition overall in Central and Eastern Europe. So I would like to ask you, Simona, could you please tell us a few words about the Commission and its role? Thank you.
Sure. Thank you for having me at this masterclass. Yes, the Venice Commission, I think it can easily be described as a success story, and perhaps even an unpredictable success story, because it started with some difficulties. It proved its use with the new democracies, the so-called new democracies that needed to write democratic constitutions and therefore needed assistance in an area which was essentially the reserved domain of states. But after that, the Commission that built a reputation of lack of bias, of professionalism, of capacity to carry out research, comparative research, and adapt it to the local, to the context of the countries in which we were working. After that, when these constitutions were in fact written, the need for the Commission did not end. And indeed, with all the subsequent waves of reforms and with all the transformations which have occurred, the Commission has proved to be not only a very important body in my view, but also a unique body. There is no other international body which provides constitutional advice and opinions on constitutional law which are, as I said, received with such acceptance, both nationally and internationally, and that fill a gap that is the need for the international community and for the state to have an objective assessment of the issues which are at stake.
The Venice Commission is the main advisory body of the Council of Europe regarding constitutional matters. And actually, its motto is democracy through law. Our masterclass regards global actors for peace. How this design fits together in your experience and in your opinion?
I think one can say that peace may be reached through democracy and through law. And the domain of the Venice Commission is constitutional assistance. And we can wonder, what is a constitution for peace? A constitution is an essential, if not the only one, step in a peace process. It can very well be instrumental to end a conflict. The implementation of a constitution is certainly instrumental to social peace and to handling conflicts peacefully. I must say a constitution or an attempt to reform the constitution may also cause conflict. In all these areas, the possibility for the Venice Commission to be involved in the process has an undoubted effect of bringing the issues down to legal issues. It brings people around the table. It transforms highly emotional and highly political issues into legal issues. Of course, constitutional law is political, it is, but it is also legal. And there are standards, there are international standards that can help, that can assist. So when the Venice Commission is involved, it is already its participation in the process that helps, and also its opinions, once they're out there, they're public, they're, as I said, independent. The Commission is an independent body. It has this experience. It is capable of providing advice, because our opinions are only advisory, they're not obligatory. But this advice is tailor-made for the country, and it is invariably or mostly well received. So we have proved capable of providing an interesting, useful step in the construction of peace.
The next question has a tiny different angle, and is how European is the European Commission for Democracy Through Law? Since 15 years, actually, the Commission opened its doors to extra-European members that are actually non-member of the Council of Europe. And I would like to know how this affected the identity, the role, the capacity of operate of the Commission, if this has been a strength in your view or a limit in the work of the Commission.
Yes, just for an anecdote, the Commission was not created as the European Commission for Democracy Through Law. At the beginning, at the very beginning of the talks, it was a commission. So in the mind of its creator and founder, the Italian Antonio La Pergola, it was not only meant to work in Europe, but indeed, first of all, it worked in Europe at first, and then we are a Council of Europe body. We are part and parcel of the Council of Europe. Therefore, our background is European. We have become we have opened our membership to non-European countries because there was an aspiration on the part of these countries to participate in our work. We have welcomed that. It has certainly opened our mind. It has allowed us to enrich our understanding and our experience of what we called the European constitutional heritage, which today we tend to say is a common constitutional heritage, if not a universal one still. So it has certainly given us some credibility to work outside Europe. For example, we have worked actively on the constitution of Tunisia. We were the only ones who were accepted as partners in the preparation of the constitution, and this is because we are not only European. We are European, but we are essentially universal in our approach. Are there some shortcomings? There is a danger, of course, because we have built our reputation on our knowledge of the issues, in our capacity to find equivalent situations elsewhere as sources of wisdom. And there's areas, geographical areas, there's countries we don't know. There's contexts we don't know well. So we have been cautious, we need to be cautious not to venture in areas which we do not master well, because this would affect our reputation. So far, it has not happened. We have 14 non-European member states from all the continents except Oceania. So I think we have sources of inspiration outside Europe.
Wonderful, and we really look forward to discover more in your lecture that will take place this afternoon. I thank you very much, you all, for following us, and see you on the next MédiaLab appointment. Thank you very much to Simona Granata and to you all.